He's coach of the Victorian under-16 side. They're playing in the National Championships next month in Sydney, and we've invited Lou in to talk about how his preparation for the tournament is going. Welcome to the show, Lou.
Thanks, Paul.
And you were talking to me just before the show about the whole selection process for narrowing down your squad. Perhaps just give us a little insight into what's involved there.
Well, I wanted to make sure that we get the best players available. So I had a look at all players from Victoria, invited all the players from Victoria from various clubs to come and try for trial games. And I just had the names written down. I didn't even want to know what clubs they belonged to, so I wouldn't be intimidated by big names or small names. And just went through and circled through players to keep. And I had about 100, and we came down to about 32 now, which I'll have to reduce further next week.
And you'll be naming your final squad of 16 next week, or just reducing down
I'll keep
to another
22.
break?
I'll keep 22 right to the very last week, just in case there are injuries or various other things that might go wrong.
And you've got some outstanding young players in the squad. You were telling me before, some VIS players, but
yes.
One in particular is John Mazzano, currently in Ecuador with the Australian Joeys.
And he's doing very well too, scoring goals. Looks very impressive. He's quick, talented. Yeah. Hopefully he keeps his form for the tournament.
Can you name some others, Lou?
Yeah, we've got some. There's one boy from North Geelong who's been impressing me, Greg Sarich. There's also a few VIS boys who are impressive. Vince Grella. There's I don't want to mention too many.
So what chance has Victoria got?
Well, we're going to win it.
And against New South Wales is going to be the toughest opponent,
obviously,
as usual.
Yeah.
And what date is the championship?
This championship runs from the 23rd of September, I think, to the 1st of October for the whole week. And there's a game every day, so it'll be very tough for 16 players, for injuries and just well, having to play every day for a start will tire you out.
For those who don't know Lou Kastner, by the way, he was a star goalkeeper for Sunshine George Cross and Preston, one of the all-time great goalkeepers of Victorian soccer, and also a star maker. You've produced some tremendous young players. Name some of them, Lou.
Well, I've helped some players. Well, originally in '89, George Cross youth team, which won everything, was unbeaten. I think it's still the only youth team that's won the Australian Championship unbeaten. Several players out of that team have become internationals.
Name some of them. I think Lawrence Kintner was among them. Frank Talia playing overseas now at Blackburn.
Yeah, Gary Hassler.
And you've got another one overseas at the moment, Chris Jones at Liverpool.
That's right. He's still at Liverpool right now. And Trammy is interested in him. He had food poisoning. Trammy organised a game just to have a look at him. And he got food poisoning, went down for a week. And now he's at Liverpool. And I haven't heard any more about it yet.
And another one of your former players, Kevin Muscat, looks like going overseas.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I just heard that. Well, you've just told me that.
That's good to see. I guess it's good to see you're developing such good players that can make it overseas. Obviously, we're trying to keep some of the players within the country as well. But obviously, the players have got a fair commitment, as well as the parents of the players, because they're training with their clubs and then they're training with you and playing games with you as well. And
that's right.
It's a good task, or a good job that the parents are doing with the boys.
Yes, yeah, but both the parents and the boys are committed to become, well, superstars. That's the ultimate dream.
The aim is to be a top player overseas.
That's right.
Yeah.
The aim, if they make this, then they come out and represent Australia. Then obviously the big prize is to go overseas and play in professional over there for several years, like some Australians have already done it.
That is the aim of every young player. Thanks very much for coming on the show, Lou. Lou Kastner, coach of the Victorian under-16s. We wish him all the luck next month in Sydney when they take on New South Wales and the other states in the national championships. That's all for the Soccer Show now. We didn't have time for our letters segment tonight because the show was so jam-packed. But just to remind you of the address, it's the Soccer Show, PO Box 2134, St Kilda West, Victoria 3182. Thanks to Laurie Schwab for coming in and giving me a hand. Thanks, Laurie.
Thank you, Paul.
Hope you had a good time. That's it from the Soccer Show. We'll see you next week. Don't forget, 7 o'clock start. Put your dinner on your lap and watch the Soccer Show.
just for Chris's sake, Chris, I've got a couple of coaching videos here. One's goalkeeping. I'd like to give you that. Saw your goalkeeper last week. I think you might want that one. And this is another one. It's called Direct Play. And we'd like to give this from CBS Fox through 3UZ. I'll give you that. And to offside of Jimmy Stiliadis. Here's a ball for you, Jimmy. And there you have it from the horse's mouth. Charlie Ferrugia, he'll be the president next year. Chris Taylor will be the coach. And we're all going home happy.